Big news coming out of the aviation world today, and it's a real shocker. Qatar Airways Group has just announced a major leadership shakeup, and honestly, nobody saw this one coming. Badr Mohammed Al-Meer, who has been the group CEO for just 2 years, is out. He's being replaced immediately by Hamad Ali Al-Khater. So, who is this new top boss? Well, Al-Khater is currently the Chief Operating Officer at Hamad International Airport, which is, of course, the airline's massive hub in Doha. He's been with the Qatar Airways Group for less than 2 years, which makes his appointment to the top job even more surprising. Before joining the aviation sector, his background was firmly in a different Qatari powerhouse industry, energy. He spent over 8 years at the state-owned giant Qatar Airways and had roles at other oil and gas companies before that. This move is sending ripples through the industry. Al-Meer's tenure, though short, was pretty significant. He took over from the legendary and often controversial Akbar al-Baker, who had led Qatar Airways for 27 years, transforming it from a small regional airline into a global behemoth. When Al-Meer stepped in, many saw it as a new era, a shift in leadership style. Under Al-Meer, Qatar Airways continued its expansion and maintained its reputation for premium service. The airline posted strong financial results and navigated the post-pandemic travel boom effectively. So, his sudden departure after just 2 years raises a lot of questions. Why the change now? Was there a disagreement on strategy? Or is this part of a bigger plan by the Qatari government, which owns the airline? It might signal a strategic realignment for the Qatar Airways Group. The energy sector, specifically liquefied natural gas or LNG, is the bedrock of Qatar's economy. Think about it. Logistics, global networks, massive capital projects, both aviation and energy deal with these on a grand scale. It could be about optimizing efficiency, leveraging Qatar's global energy relationships for the airline's benefit, or even preparing the airline for future challenges and opportunities tied to energy and sustainability. The sustainability angle is a big one. The aviation industry is under immense pressure to Al-Khater's background in the energy sector, which is also grappling with the transition to cleaner fuels, could be a huge asset. He might be tasked with accelerating Qatar Airways' strategy on sustainable aviation fuels, or SAFs, and other green initiatives, drawing on his knowledge from the energy world. This could be a move to position Qatar Airways as a leader not just in passenger service, but in environmental responsibility as well. Now, let's talk about Hamad International Airport. Al-Khater's most recent role was as its CEO. This is not a small job. Hamad International is consistently ranked as one of the best airports in the world. It's a city within a city, a massive logistical puzzle. Running its operations successfully requires incredible skill. So, He's not coming in cold to the aviation business. He understands the ground operations, the passenger experience from the moment they enter the terminal, and the intricate dance of getting thousands of flights and millions of passengers to their destinations smoothly. This experience at the airport is crucial. The airline and its hub airport are two sides of the same coin. A seamless experience depends on both working in perfect harmony. His knowledge of the airport's inner workings will be invaluable in his new role as Group CEO. He'll be able to make decisions that benefit both the airline and the airport, potentially leading to even greater efficiency and an improved customer journey. But still, the suddenness of the change is the main talking point. 2 years is a very short time for a CEO at a company of this scale. It usually takes a few years for a new leader's strategy to fully take shape and deliver results. Al-Meer's departure suggests that perhaps the board or the Qatari government wanted a different direction, and they wanted it fast. What was Al-Meer's legacy? He successfully steered the airline out of the final stages of the pandemic, managed the massive influx of visitors for the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, and continued the airline's network expansion. He was also seen as having a more collaborative leadership style compared to his predecessor. The internal culture of the airline was something many were watching under his leadership. So, what challenges and opportunities await Hamad Ali Al-Khater? First, he's stepping into some very big shoes. Leading Qatar Airways means competing at the highest level with other Gulf carriers like Emirates and Etihad, as well as global legacy airlines. The competition is fierce, and staying on top requires constant innovation and investment. He'll also have to navigate the complex geopolitical landscape. The airline's routes and operations can be affected by regional politics, as we saw during the blockade of Qatar a few years ago. Maintaining strong diplomatic and business relationships will be key. Another major task will be managing the airline's fleet. Qatar Airways has massive orders for new aircraft from both Boeing and Airbus. Managing these deliveries, integrating new planes into the fleet, and deciding on the future of older aircraft is a multi-billion-dollar strategic challenge. End of course. There's the people aspect. He will be leading tens of thousands of employees from all over the world. Setting a vision that inspires and motivates this diverse workforce will be critical to the airline's continued success. He'll need to establish his leadership style quickly and earn the trust of the team. The official announcement from Qatar Airways was brief, simply stating the change of leadership. We haven't heard from Al-Meer about his departure, nor have we seen a detailed statement from Al-Khater about his vision for the future. We can expect more information to trickle out in the coming days and weeks. What will his priorities be? Will he continue the strategy set by Al-Meer, or will he chart a completely new course? This is a developing story, and it's one of the biggest aviation news items of the year. A leadership change at an airline of this size and importance is always significant, but the surprising nature of this announcement makes it even more compelling. It's a bold move by Qatar, and it signals that they are not afraid to make decisive changes to ensure their flagship carrier stays ahead of the curve. What do you all think? Is this a good move for Qatar Airways? What does Al-Khater's energy background mean for the future of the airline? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's going to be fascinating to watch how this unfolds. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to stay up to date on this story and all things aviation, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have notifications turned on. We'll be following this very closely and we'll bring you updates as soon as we get them. See you in the next video.